I grew up just north of Fort McMurray, about 250 kilometers north in a small community, Fort Chipewyan, on the north shore of Lake Athabasca. Growing up in Fort Chip, I was exposed to spending a lot of time out on the land with my grandparents, mainly my grandfather, my mushum. So that really inspired me in understanding and caring for nature. Later in high school and actually working in the oil sands myself, I started to understand a little bit about land reclamation, environmental monitoring, and then pursuing an education and a degree in environmental science was a good, right fit for me. Just after graduating high school in '93, I got pregnant. So as a young teenager, you know, the world ahead of me, I was eager to get started in university, and then I discovered that I was going to have a baby. And it was a scary time for me. I was unsure of what I was going to do. I pursued with education. I took part-time classes. She was diagnosed with a rare blood disorder, and so not only was I a single mom, not only was I a full-time university student, you know, in a city by myself, you know, I then had a very sick child. I didn't give up. I kept going, and you know, which should have took me 4 years to complete my studies, took me 6-7 years. She eventually got better when she was older, and she went into remission, and she doesn't remember being sick and, you know, all of those, that growing up in Edmonton and going to the food bank with me to get groceries because we're basically living on a shoestring, you know, budget being a student. But today she's fine, and she's going to university herself. Upon completing education at the University of Alberta, I moved back to Fort McMurray, so this region has really been predominantly home for me for most of my life.
Melody was recruited out of university for the Mikisew Cree Band, where she is currently the environmental director.
We needed the bison to be listed under wildlife in order for them to be regulated, and so hunting to cease, and so that we can maintain a healthy population. And so just last week the minister signed a ministerial order to list them under the Wildlife Act, and I feel a small accomplishment but a very important one, because we're that step closer to protecting a bison herd.
Melody has been recognized for her many accomplishments and awarded the Female Citizen of the Year Award at the Regional Aboriginal Recognition Awards in 2007 and a Squire Award in 2010.
I was nominated by my community, by my nation, and it was quite an honor because I was among other Aboriginal recipients from variety backgrounds, from commerce to business to law to culture, arts.
She is currently a board member for SEMA and serves on the Tech Working Group. In 2015, Melody ran as the new Democratic candidate for the Cold Lake Fort McMurray federal riding. Melody has a drive to make the region a healthy and positive place for people to live and work and raise their families.
I hope a lot of young girls today are learning is spending time with their family, with, you know, positive, you know, their grandmothers, their aunts, their mothers, because there's so much they could learn from other women, especially being independent and standing up and having a lot of self-respect. And if you run into those circumstances or those situations where you know, you feel like as a woman or as a young girl that you're defeated, I think you just have to say, no, I can do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Melody LePine.